We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at you, basically a whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
It's Soca Parang Indie Basket, the Spice Basket. Saturday, 5th November, featuring from Trinidad, Scrunter, Baron, Marcia Miranda.
Darling, look, it's Christmas, a special time of year.
From Grenada, Carriacou String Band, Hassan Leke and Steve Theodore. Get your early bird ticket for $60. After, you pay $80 and more at the door. And are available at Chucky's Bar, Brendan on the Terminal, Grenada Optical in St. George's, Gittins Pharmacy Grenville, Gittins Healthcare Grandance, Chai's Bar St. Mark's, Nick and Bites Gouyave, St. David's Pharmacy, Calico Shopping Centre, Main Street, Sotiers. Soca Parang Indie Basket, Spice Basket, Saturday, 5th November, showtime, 8 p.m. Brought to you by National Lotteries Authority, WeFM, Boss FM, Top FM, Magic FM, Bulk by Carib, Captain's Harris, GBN, MTV, Alamanda Hotel, 3 O's Auto Supplies, and Grenada Distillers. Soca Parang Indie Basket, Spice Basket, Saturday, 5th November, showtime, 8 p.m. It's another Chucky's promotion.
Tim's Sunset Beach Bar invites all to the Sister Isle of Carriacou on their special day pass on Sunday, October the 30th. Catch the Osprey on Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. On arrival, get served breakfast, then head on out for an island tour of Carriacou. Take a boat ride to Sandy Island, then it's off to Ansler Roach Beach for a buffet lunch of lobster, fish, chicken, and ribs, along with cocktails all afternoon. The package costs $550 EC and includes your tickets to and from Carriacou on the Osprey, breakfast, the island tour, boat rides, and the buffet and cocktails. For bookings and more information, call on WhatsApp 14734153488. That number again, 14734153488. It's Tim's Sunset Beach Bar Carriacou Day Pass on Sunday, October 30th. Come have some fun in the sun.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform. Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Have you ever imagined the value of being provided the best care services in the comfort of your own home? Or do you need caregivers that are truly invested in the health and well-being of your loved ones? Here at Innovative Healthcare, we are committed to providing you the highest quality care right in your home and the flexibility to recover at your own pace. Our services include Alzheimer's dementia care, wound care, physiotherapy, post-hospitalization care, cataract care, and so much more. We understand the great importance of your health and privacy. That's why we have a fully staffed team comprising of medical doctors, registered nurses, patient care technicians, and nursing assistants. We are located at Grove Street, St. George's. So contact us on 404-7838 to book an appointment today.
We support you at every stage of your life.
for business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Yes, and I'd like to say hello and welcome to everyone locking it in to another Mikey Live program. Folks, this is it. We're talking about the good, the bad, and the Mikey. This is where it all happens. Of course, the pleasure is mine to be back with you for another night. Of course, so many things to talk to you about. Now, I do hope that you had yourself a really good weekend. You see, the weekend is meant for us to relax, rejuvenate, and things like that. So I hope that you made the best out of it. I know that there were shows and little things happening here in Grenada. I hope that you were able to find something that's worth your time. Let's get straight into what's making the news for tonight. Draft cannabis legislation. We'll be talking about that. And vehicle runs into a man, then crashes into a gas station at Westerhall, St. David. And the Co-op Bank, the employees, they give evidence in one of the high-profile robbery cases that we have experienced in recent times. We'll talk to you more about that. And we're going to also be talking about some other notices that we've gotten that we think that you need to know about. So all of that and more when we return on tonight's Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson. And of course, this is News Discussed, Not Told. Remember, someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credits, compliments, digital, and that person could be you. So we're taking that break and come back. And of course, we got to let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Courts Grenada Limited. Of course, we have Infinite Contractors and Innovative Healthcare Services, and all the other sponsors on the program. We say hello to you. All right, so folks, we're taking a quick break, and when we come back, it'll be real news in Ole Lili Lolo. Brace yourselves, we'll be back.
Do you need to get one of these tests done at an affordable price? Well, look no further. Visit Allied Laboratories by Fit for Life today. We offer VDRL, CBC, ANA, rheumatoid factor, D-dimer, TROP1, HbA1c, PTINR, and PTT. Call one of our branches today, conveniently located at Grenville and Granats, and one of our staff members will be happy to assist. Please note that there are over 200 tests available, and these are only a few. So call today and book your appointment.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com. Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Alrighty, and there we go. So, the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs hereby informs the general public that construction of a retaining wall is underway at the top entrance in the vicinity of the Gouyave Health Center. Now, residents, you are advised to exercise caution when visiting the facility. Therefore, in the interest of public safety, all visitors must access the building or medical care only from the main front entrance. Now, the ministry kindly solicits the understanding and, most importantly, the cooperation of all its clients and visitors alike during this period, and sincerely apologizes for any inconveniences that will be caused as a result. So this is important. They are trying to minimize injuries and accidents. Now, another notice that we have here is from the ministry again regarding mosquitoes, boy. You know, it's become a serious problem. And so the authorities, they are trying to see if they can put that under control. Reducing the incidence of dengue fever and other mosquito-borne infections is the mandate that's been given by the Vector Control Division of the Ministry of Health. And this week, the division is taking its fogging operations to the Deep West. Now, as it would have begun today, fogging teams were out in Digo Peace, all right, Redmond, Fontaine, and Samaritan and the environs. Now, on Wednesday, because tomorrow is a holiday, they'll be in Ressus and Duquesne, Nonpareil, and surrounding areas. Now, operations are from 5 in the afternoon every day, well, once it is happening, all right? The Ministry of Health says that this is in response to numerous complaints of mosquito infections in these areas. So, of course, they're trying to keep the numbers down as much as possible. They're also soliciting the cooperation of the general public as well in doing your part to ensuring that there are no mosquito breeding sites around your homes. That means that containers and all appliances and so on that might be around your house that stores water needs to be addressed so that it doesn't create any breeding sites for mosquitoes. They do their part, and they're asking that the general public, you do your part as well. Attorney at law Ansem Clouden, who serves on the recently formed the Cannabis Commission as a legal advisor, says that they are working on drafting the legislation for the act. Clouden says that the commission met twice thus far, and they are working with the guidelines provided to them by the government. Clouden also stated that they are working with alacrity to get the draft done. Clouden also made mention of the current laws under which possession of any quantity is illegal. Any quantity of cannabis in Trinidad is illegal. This, he noted, will also have to change, and he even alluded to people who might be in prison and so on. A lot of things need to be taken into consideration.
For example, we have laws on the books that prohibit possession of any quantity, from one marijuana cigarette joint to how much you have possession, trafficking. So that there is a need to signal to the public, and I would so advise that persons, young persons, 25 and under, that were charged, some in prison, whether charged or in prison, or charged and convicted, a pardon could be given to them now, especially those under 25.
And Clouden also explained that there will also be public consultations and involvement of the general public to get an opportunity to share and learn about the entire process. He speaks to having interview on local TV and social media platforms.
We are looking to have a program on MTV where the public can interface with members of the commission or a member of the commission, and views could be expressed. That would also take place online. You know, the technology is in hand, so that you have Facebook and other such platforms that we intend to use to get things moving quickly, so that ordinary Grenadians and others can benefit under a massive agricultural drive to get medicinal cannabis to the outer world.
Thank you very much, Attorney at Law Anselm Clouden. Today was not a very lucky day for one man and the owner of a gas station. We're talking about the Deco service station, a brand new, relatively gas station at Westerhall, St. David. Vehicle ran into one individual and then crashed into the gas station itself. Luckily, no one in the gas station inside of the gas station sustained any serious injuries. However, one man who were at the entrance of the building at the time was hit by that vehicle. We have footage of that incident for you. I guess some may find it disturbing. Now, we do not know for sure what caused the accident, but one can see the vehicle was at a standstill first before taking off with a speed and running into the individual and then the gas station itself. Police, they are conducting their investigation into that particular incident. It was the perfect storm. In other words, there are bars in front of that gas station to prevent the very thing from happening. However, there needs to be a proper entrance, and so just in front of that door is enough space for that vehicle to pass between those bars that was set up to prevent such from happening. So again, it was unfortunately what one would call a perfect storm. The vehicle was able to pass within that small space and find its way into that gas station. Again, exactly what caused this is being investigated by police. The driver has his own theory, and of course the police, they are looking into that explanation as well. But luckily, as you can see, the vehicle came to a stop once it hit the internal walls of that building. Again, we are not sure what caused that particular incident. Even there was a white vehicle that passed just a brief moment before that crash occurred. But sometimes things happen. We just don't, But yeah, that was a really, really tough one. It was an unfortunate incident that happened, that the individual who was standing in front of the door, he was hit hard. I hope that by tomorrow we can get word on exactly how he's doing. Yeah, we just would hope that he would have a full recovery coming out of that incident. We move on. Several employees attached to the cooperative bank Karaoke branch took to the stand for 3 days last week to relive the frightening and crazy robbery, one would say, so the daring robbery of the financial institution at gunpoint by a party of Tobagonians in the early afternoon of October 21st, 2021. All right, the five, Javary Roach, a 25-year-old air conditioning technician, Alan Melville, a 28-year-old vendor, Akeem John, a 32-year-old painter, also Nashawn Scotland, a 29-year-old mechanic, and Keon Dick, a 36-year-old fisherman, conducted the crime at about 12:30 p.m. while the bank was in operation. It was a normal day, and the men decided that they were going to go in. We have now Tonya, who is going to tell us that story.
The 5 Jabari Roach, a 25-year-old air conditioning technician, Alan Melville, a 28-year-old vendor, Akim John, a 32-year-old painter, Nashon Scotland, a 29-year-old mechanic, and Keon Dick, a 36-year-old fisherman, conducted the crime at about 12:30 while the bank was in operation. The men appeared virtually from the police custody on the mainland out of concern for the possibility of danger in transporting over the sea to Carriacou. The men are represented by attorneys Jerry Edwin from mainland Grenada and Colin Edmond from Trinidad and Tobago. During the hearing, several employees of the bank that had been trapped with apprehension and affair during the incident were made to recall the events of the day during a 3-day process at the Carriacou Magistrate Court. The hearing was presided over by Magistrate Neville John. Reports are that they stole close to $36,000 during the incident, which hatched a fire in the hearts of the residents of the island. Less than 3 hours after the robbery, the men were armed and fired shots in the process of making their escape in a waiting boat titled Humble African on the beach close to the out-of-commission Silver Beach Hotel, were apprehended after a high-speed marine chase to the eastern side of Carriacou. Reports are that during the pursuit by 2 Coast Guards and several vessels, currency notes were spotted floating in the water. It is not clear whether the money was recovered. The investigation of the men further unearthed that one of them was one of the 2 men involved in the daytime GUT Credit Union robbery 2 years ago before the Cooperative Bank incident, when the men escaped with $26,000. They are due to reappear in court on November 22nd.
They were brave enough. Well, here we are now. Crazy, right? Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right. If we are going to go to our neighbors right now, or they're in Trinidad, I guess as much. Many people are aware of this crazy incident that happened over the weekend. A daring early morning shooting in Diego Martin. It claimed the lives of 4 people yesterday, including a 3-year-old boy and a 27-year-old woman, as they were returning home from a wedding in Maracas. In all, actually, 6 persons were shot. Now, the child and the woman were pronounced dead at the hospital, while 2 men died at the scene. The parents of the boy were also wounded and remained hospitalized up to yesterday evening, according to police. The shooting took place at about 1:20 a.m. along Diego Martin Main Road in the vicinity of Winnie Mohammed Road. Now, deceased are Nazim Owen, 3, Chelsea Julian, 27, Akil Crime B, Gloucester, and Marcus Markey Noel, 22-year-old, you know. I mean, they young people, very young people, were involved in this thing, you know. Now, sadly and shockingly, their murders have taken the country's murder toll for the year alone. For 2022, we are in, what, October? So far, they've had 487. Trinidad and Tobago. You understand? Crazy, crazy, crazy numbers. We're talking about our neighbors. If we go south, that's who we find next, right next to us. In the hundreds, and we are just in October. We have the busy December to come about. You know what I mean? November and December to come about. And already almost 500 killings to take place in that there so far. Unheard of, you know. At one time they used to call Johannesburg the murder capital of the world. I don't know where our neighbors fall right now. You know, if I'm to look it up, I'm sure they are gonna show up somewhere close to the top. You know, I know they're gonna come up somewhere close, but you know, it's painful. It's painful to know that that our neighbors are having so many killings happening. This is our own killing our own. You understand? Our own killing our own. Anyway, I am looking at our list here. We see that we have quite a bit to tell you about with regards to the national report. So what we will have to do right now, we will have to take a break and come back, okay? Because we have quite a lengthy national report tonight, I'm seeing. So let's take that quick break right now and come back. And remember, if you have not yet done so, we invite you to share the program so that other people would get to know that we are live. We'll be back.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at you, basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
And yes, and even before we go further to our next ad, we would like to let you know that the Quality Services Limited, they are actually executing a massive employment drive. So they are looking to hire auto parts sales personnel. You must be very computer literate, knowledgeable of various makes and models of vehicles and their parts. They are also looking for social media marketing, general sales, and marketing personnel. You must have experience using various types of graphic design programs and most major social media platforms. They are also looking for an accountant. The accountant must be ACCA qualified with at least 15 years working experience as an accountant in large or medium-sized retail sales establishment capable of running the accounts department. You must be trustworthy, very detailed, committed, reliable, and flexible. They're also looking for a managing director or personal assistant. You must be intelligent, well-rounded, multi-talented, hands-on individual with years of working experience in such capacity. They are also looking for automotive technician and heavy-duty tire repair man. All right, so visit or contact the Quality Services Limited. Applications along with your resume are welcomed from only serious individuals. All right, so you can send it into Quality Services Limited, PO Box 1330, Grand Anse, St. George's, or email info@qualityserviceslimited.com. That again is info@qualityserviceslimited.com.
Tim Sunset Beach Bar invites all to the Sister Isle of Carriacou on their special day pass on Sunday, October the 30th. Catch the Osprey on Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. On arrival, get served breakfast, then head on out for an island tour of Carriacou. Take a boat ride to Sandy Island, then it's off to Ansel Roach Beach for a buffet lunch of lobster, fish, chicken, and ribs, along with cocktails all afternoon. The package costs $550 EC and includes your tickets to and from Carriacou on the Osprey, breakfast, the island tour, boat ride, and the buffet and cocktails. For bookings and more information, call on WhatsApp 14734153488. That number again, 14734153488. It's Tim Sunset Beach Bar Carriacou Day Pass on Sunday, October 30th. Come have some fun in the sun.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
The National Insurance Scheme continues to make it easy to access our services using the MyNIS online platform. Now we are introducing a new feature that allows you to submit your benefit claims from the convenience of your smart devices. No paper, no hassle. All you have to do is log in to my.nisgrenada.org. Select claims, fill out the relevant information, and click submit. We'll take it from there. It's that simple and that easy. Submit a claim from the comfort of your home as you rest and recuperate. Enjoy the convenience of faster claim processing and monitor the status of your claim every step of the way. We are excited to introduce this new feature to better serve you. NIS is changing the game and the way you make your claim. Access anywhere and anytime with MyNIS Online.
Have you ever imagined the value of being provided the best care services in the comfort of your own home? Or do you need caregivers that are truly invested in the health and well-being of your loved ones? Here at Innovative Healthcare, we are committed to providing you the highest quality care right in your home and the flexibility to recover at your own pace. Our services include Alzheimer's dementia care, wound care, physiotherapy, post-hospitalization care, cataract care, and so much more. We understand the great importance of your health and privacy. That's why we have a fully staffed team comprising of medical doctors, registered nurses, patient care technicians, and nursing assistants. We are located at Grove Street, St. George's. So contact us on 404-7838 to book an appointment today.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education,
For your financial freedom.
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the communal. Contact us today.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Get the protection needed for your eyes only at Quartz Optical. Trade in and save up to 35% off your lens purchase, plus a free eye exam. Payment plans available from 3 to 24 months. Book your appointment today online at www.quartzoptical.com. For your eyes only. Trade in your old glasses and save up to 35% off your lenses only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Special conditions apply.
Do you need to get one of these tests done at an affordable price? Well, look no further. Visit Allied Laboratories by Fit for Life today. We offer
VDRL, CBC,
ANA, rheumatoid factor, D-dimer, TROP1, HbA1c, PT-INR, and PTT. Call one of our branches today, conveniently located at Grenville and Granats, and one of our staff members will be happy to assist. Please note that there are over 200 tests available, and these are only a few. So call today and book your appointment.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com. Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell believes there is renewed sense of hope as Grenada and other member countries observe United Nations Day. This story and more in the National Report.
Have you noticed an increase or decrease in your electricity bill? You know that changes in the fuel and non-fuel rates affect your bill. You should also be aware that changes in household activities affect your bill. Ask yourself these questions. Have the rates changed? Have there been more people at your home? Have your children been on holiday? Have you used your fan or air conditioning unit more often to beat the heat? Are any of your electrical appliances or equipment faulty? Have you added any new appliances such as transformers, water heaters, or pumps? Make it a habit to understand any changes on your electricity bill. For more factors that affect your bill, visit www.grenlec.com. Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
With the details to the news for Monday, 24th October 2022, I am Abigail McIntyre. That was Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell hoisting the Grenadian flag in observance of United Nations Day today, Monday 24th, 2022. In 1945, 77 years ago, 51 nations came together committing to maintaining international peace and security, upholding human rights, and promoting international cooperation, forming the United Nations. Grenada became a member in 1974. Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell says that this year's observance gives a renewed sense of hope in the values of the United Nations for peace and respect of all of humanity.
As we stand here at the cenotaph of our fallen soldiers of World War I, we are reminded once again of the long-lasting ills of war and reaffirm our commitment to the fundamental principles of human rights, peace, and social progress outlined in the UN Charter. Now, more than ever, we must hold true to those principles. Grenada is proud to be celebrating 48 years of partnership with the United Nations and as a member of the United Nations community, and looks forward to the continued strengthening of this relationship. To this end, my administration welcomes the efforts towards UN reform, which seeks to provide more tailored and efficient support to countries given changing global challenges such as climate change and its effects on lives and livelihoods.
UN resident for Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Didier Tribuc, joined the local celebrations virtually. He noted as part of the celebrations, the Parliament building at Mount Welldale will be lit in blue as part of the observance. Mr. Tribuc admitted that global challenges have left many nations uncertain about the security of the future, but assures Grenada that the UN remains committed to doing all it can to support government's plans and programs for development.
And as we join with the governments and the people of the Caribbean to build resilience and share responsibility for the world's to-do list, our collective action must continue to accelerate progress on the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. In a way, it cannot be business as usual in this time of uncertainty. And in his address to last month's UN General Assembly, Secretary General Antonio Guterres told world leaders that our world is in peril and paralyzed, and it cannot go on like this. So you can be assured of the United Nations commitment to work beside you, to support you in addressing critical challenges such as climate change, digital and green transformation, food security.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Roxy Hutchinson, says the UN has always fostered an atmosphere of what the world can achieve collectively once we work together.
We must use these celebrations to reflect on the achievements of the United Nations, and in doing so, reflect on the challenges that currently avails with our mindsets towards finding creative solutions. Member states of the United Nations, like Grenada, must move multilaterally to grip the treadles of transformation, securing adequate financing for development, unlocking the full potential of our youth, empowering our women, leveraging technology, and building strong institutions.
Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell is pleased with the reception given to him by member heads of the OECS after the delivery of his maiden speech and the general discussions that followed during the recently concluded 72nd meeting of the OECS Authority held recently in Montserrat. During an interview with the Government Information Service, PM Mitchell says the discussions surrounded benefits for OECS countries within the region, with areas of focus on the ECCB and the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court. The Grenadian leader says the OECS needs to focus its efforts on tackling the issues that are before them if they are to move forward.
Things like our Supreme Court, Central Bank, Eastern Caribbean Civil Aviation Authority. To some extent, I think the population of the OECS take these things for granted because they've been around so long and they work so well. But we can't take them for granted because the strength really is in our combined and unified action. But crucially, it also recognizes that we need to do a lot more to foster OECS integration and to deepen that process and to use our collective strengths to tackle some of the big challenges we face, like air travel. And we actually had a town hall with the citizens of Montserrat on the final day, and air travel was a major issue.
PM Mitchell says there are also common challenges domestically facing member states, which needs to be addressed. He advises that member states should take a regional approach towards common issues if they are to come to some common solution.
The issue of the hemorrhaging of our nurses. All of us are facing the challenges of our nurses leaving en masse. In the case of Grenada, I think we've lost 75 already for the year. There's a possibility of another 25 or so leaving. And the same situation exists in Montserrat. The same situation exists in St. Kitts, St. Vincent, St. Lucia. We're relying on Cuban assistance, for example. So it means it's a common problem. And there's an opportunity then for us to find a common regional solution, or at least mitigation measures to address it. So it re-emphasized that the challenges we face are similar, if not the same. And therefore, our ability to solve them will in fact require us to take a regional and not just a domestic or national approach to them. And so I think it was very important for me and the other heads to particularly given that we have relatively, in the case of St. Lucia, in the case of St. Kitts and Nevis, in the case of Grenada, new prime ministers. So obviously we bring, in a sense, a relatively fresh perspective. And in my case, particularly coming from almost straight out of the private sector.
Prime Minister Mitchell says notable of mention coming out of the meeting is the fact that there are now 3 very young prime ministers in the mix to incorporate fresh ideas that will aid in the further strengthening of the authority.
We are relatively young compared to some of the other leaders, both within the OECS and in CARICOM. And I think given the youthfulness of our population, I think we serve as examples to the young population that all is not lost. And there's a genuine opportunity for us to reimagine what politics looks like, what engaging with our people look like, and what setting goals and aspirations and going after them look like. So I think from that perspective, I certainly think the people of the OECS expects of us that we will make a reconcerted effort to truly try and address some of the challenges we face as a people, so that we can improve the lives of the citizens of the OECS.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Prepare for hurricane. Prepare for hurricane. Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight candles will do. Tin stuff, garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane. Your hair, prepare for hurricane.
Local community-based organizations and cooperatives are benefiting financially from the Grenada Sustainable Development Trust Fund. The GSDTF was established in February 2016 by a committee of representatives from government, non-governmental organizations, civil society, and the private sector, with support from the Caribbean Biodiversity Fund and its donors. In order to benefit from the GSDTF, projects must be focused on marine and terrestrial resources, with emphasis on climate change mitigation, hazard risk reduction, and adaptation, as well as activities related to human development and pollution reduction. Recently, a few local organizations received funding from the GSDTF to promote and continue the work they do in communities throughout the country. They are LVP Trading Inc. with the revitalization of the Mongazo Nature Reserve project, Boucherjou Eco Development Association, Inc., with the Dragon Bay Visitors Management Plan and Capacity Building Project, the Gouyave Fishermen Cooperatives Society, who is focusing on developing products for alternative markets, and Best Practices Farmers Movement, Inc., with the project to improve farmers' livelihoods. Program Officer with the GSDTF, Abigail Oliver, outlined the criteria for persons interested in applying for funding. She was speaking with GIS at a recent public engagement activity put on by her organization in the south of the island.
We have community-based organizations, and these organizations must be operating within 12 months, and they must have a solid team. So if, for example, a project lead administration and also a technical support team. And for persons to be eligible, they have to be a physical or operating account. Make sure they're operating effectively, and we were able to get the minutes of the meetings and take it from there in monitoring and evaluation.
Ms. Oliver says a call for proposals is currently out and interested persons can apply.
Right now we have a call for consultancy, that's for the marine protected area, and from there our second call will be specific to the marine protected area itself. Our first call, it was broad. So it is with both marine protected area and sustainable lives and livelihood.
The Grenada Sustainable Development Trust Fund can be contacted via telephone number 232-0867. Friends of Mondel Avril, a Grenadian neonatal nurse practitioner who was attached to the Texas Children's Hospital in Houston before her passing on July 5, 2019, made a donation of cash and kind in her memory to the pediatric ward at the General Hospital. The presentation party included her sister, Wendy Avril Young, along with Beldine and Vanessa, both neonatal nurses in Houston. Ms. Young made the presentation to Dr. Josanne Brathwaite.
This check of $2,100 US is here for you and your little babies who are going to be coming in, needing help, being born, needing assistance. We hope that this goes a very long way. Beldine and Vanessa is here to ensure that this gets to you safely.
Dr. Josanne Brathwaite expressed gratitude to the Friends of Mondel Mission for gifting them with the supplies that are needed at the pediatric ward.
On behalf of the pediatric ward and our pediatric department here at St. George's General Hospital, and on behalf of all neonates, because this would really go a long way in assisting us, well, helping us to help them. So we thank you all so very much. And we're grateful, in fact, for Mondel and her contribution, because I can tell you, since she's made that gift of the bubble CPAPs in 2014, it has benefited so many children. The contribution is too vast to really put into words. So this would definitely be used probably towards the acquisition of another such machine to help even more children. So on behalf of our department and on behalf of all children here in Grenada, we sincerely thank you. And we thank you, Vanessa and Beldine, for volunteering of your time and making the trek from Texas all the way to Grenada. And we hope you take some of our sunshine back to you, and we look forward for future alliances.
The mission also made a donation to the children at the Queen Elizabeth Home. The 4th annual 12 Degrees North, 61 Degrees West Grenada Film Festival kicks into high gear this week with its first event on Wednesday, October 26th, with a screening in the community of Union in St. Andrew. Since the COVID-19 pandemic, this is the first in-person festival with a focus on celebrating Grenadian excellence in the creative arts industry. The first event is on Wednesday, where officials from renowned media group JustMedia.org will join local organizer Mashida Phillip to showcase one of their films called Malcolm X. Ms. Phillip says choosing the village of Union was deliberate, as Malcolm X's mother was from the same area.
We're starting off the festival with a historical tour of the Ladi community. That is a community where Louis Little Malcolm X's mom is from originally in Grenada here. And I think, I remember in the summer when having a conversation with Mo and Rico in New York, and I said, let me see your database. And I saw Malcolm X, and I'm like, did you know that? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, I guess that's how we're starting the festival. Then we have 3 days in St. Andrews. The second day, we have all these screenings of movies. And then Friday, yay, is our Grenadian night. We are celebrating our Grenadian-esque through the films that we are screening. All the films are by Grenadian or featuring Grenadian stories. So that is huge for us. And we're rolling out the red carpet. So come in your fine dandies and let's just celebrate the filmmakers.
Executive Director of JustMedia.org, Mahogany Brown, says her company's work falls in line with the goal and vision of the Grenada Film Festival, where stories about us are told by us.
Just Media is an open access database featuring films of all sorts from all walks of life, but focusing on the narratives around mass incarceration in the criminal legal system. We're interested in a broader narrative, not just do bad things happen, jail time, the end, but what is the ecosystem? What is the full cycle? Who are the lives that are impacted by mass incarceration? Which is everyone. We just don't realize it until we are face to face, maybe with court, or we lose someone in our lives to the system. So we are really excited to support this film festival because it's doing the work by giving creatives a bigger platform to share stories rather than waiting for people to tell us our stories.
Grenada's top decathlon athlete and third world ranking athlete, Lyndon Victor, believes that Grenada should do more in utilizing the successes of its athletes to promote the country internationally. Victor was making recommendations to what should be included in the national policy on sports and physical activity at the St. David's Reconsultation meeting.
My name is Lyndon Victor. I have a few suggestions, questions that, My first suggestion is that where does sports and tourism align in the sports policy? Because I believe that they go hand in hand. A lot of people from India follow Anderson now. A lot of people from different parts of the world follow your athletes. How would we merge sports and tourism into the sector to bring the economy up and to, add value to Grenada?
In response, transition lead in the Ministry of Sports, Patrick Simmons, assured Victor that sports tourism forms a major pillar of the new policy and something this new administration is interested in.
There is a section that deals specifically that with the it referred to the Board of Tourism, but as it stands right now, that will have to change to the Tourism Authority. So there is linkage, and the Tourism Authority is a lead agent in the sports policy in terms of marketing whatsoever happens here, not only with sports, but also with culture, right? So added to that, the National Sports Council, they too play a very pivotal role in archiving and marketing whatever happens with sports internationally, locally, and regionally. So there must be a symbiotic relationship between what is happening outside of Grenada in terms of the performance of the athletes and what the National Council would be able to take and bring back to the outside, and how the Board of Tourism interrelates with what is happening to get it outside. So the relationship is not a complex relationship, but it involves a lot of lead agents to make it a product. Now, in that context, the athlete would be the major image.
The St. David Reconsultation had a representation from track and field, football, cricket, and sporting clubs in the parish. Among the attendees were Anderson Peters, Coach Denise Williams, and Paul Phillip, and Rion Radix. Other questions, concerns, comments, and recommendations were on the continued upkeep of playing fields, rewards and awards for athletes and sporting personnel.
I would like to see
national sports award conducted by the Ministry of Sports and Youth, where we award people across the sector of sport. Not only athletes, not only coaches, but administrators, clubs, best club in the community, best footballing club. Yeah, not just the people who bring us the fame and the glory, but the people who work and facilitate the fame and the glory.
How would an athlete like Alan Francis benefit from the sports policy? Or a coach like Conrad Francis, how would they benefit from the sports policy at this present time, or whenever the sports policy comes into play?
Not only when they reach at the national level and they start to win a medal, we see them, because that's how I see it. We only see people when they reach certain organizations. I only see people, the talent, when they reach at a certain level. What would the policy have in place to make sure we take them from the grassroots, as you say, right up to the national level, where they start winning medals and so on?
The next reconsultation on the national policy on sports and physical activity will be held on Thursday, the 27th of October, 2022, at the Grenada Boys Secondary School, the GBSS, at 5 p.m. This brings us to the end of the National Report for today, Monday, 24th October 2022. Recapping the top story, Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell believes there is renewed sense of hope as Grenada and other member countries observe United Nations Day. On behalf of the entire news team, I am Abigail McIntyre. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Abigail, and the rest of the GIS news team. Taking a look at the weather as submitted by the Met Office. All we can tell you is that the weather is expected to be generally fair, becoming partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy, with a few brief to widely scattered showers. And tonight's minimum temperature 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times. Seas moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in northeasterly swells. And taking a look at the weather for tomorrow, that's Tuesday, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy and breezy, with few isolated showers, becoming partly cloudy to cloudy overnight, with few brief to scattered showers and possible isolated thunder. Maximum temperature for tomorrow 31 degrees Celsius and a minimum 23. That's 25, sorry. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times. Seas moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in northeasterly swells. Night swells. Night slightly rough, waves 5 to 7 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. A marine advisory will be in effect for tomorrow. And before we go, we want to say hello to some of the folks who are currently on YouTube. Blessings to every one of you who's there. Michelle, Glenora, it's Clovey, Fitzroy, Suzanne, my mom, and the rest of the crew. Likewise, we would like to head over to Facebook and big up all the people who are currently there from the sharing committee. And we have Java, we have Joycelyn, we have Joyous, we have Kireen, and we have Shireen. So blessings to you guys. We know that you're there. Who else? All the other folks who are there, Dillian, Brenda, Bernadette, Rose, Sharon, how are you doing? Sharon, blessings to you, okay? Who else is with us? Bernadette, did I say? I think I did say Bernadette. Patty, I see that Patty's there. Wendy, and I see that you're there as well. Blessings to you, Wendy. And Eunice, blessings to you. Cynthia, blessings to you. Diana, I see that. Hillary, so you're there as well, Hillary. We're glad to know that you are there with us. Jane is with us as well. And I mean, everybody who's there, basically. Monet, sorry, blessings to you, all right? And Jacinta, Salian, hi. Della, Bermuda, how are you? And Nelsia is with us as well. It's Clovey, I see that you're there as well, so blessings to you too. The people on the brick scream, all right? Dale and the crew, blessings. Eunice, how are you doing today? All right, so guys, take care of yourselves, have some rest. Remember, on holidays, we don't do a program, so then tomorrow, God's willing, we will not have a Mikey Live program, being that it is a holiday. All right, so The next time we'll be on is on Wednesday night, God's willing. And so we're inviting all of you, Joycelyn and the whole crew, all right? We're inviting you to please be there with us on the program. Joylyn. Bonji. Joylyn. You see, the thing does move so fast. I just have to remember, you know. The thing does move so fast. So, Joylyn, blessings to you. Joylyn. And Doris. All right. Sue, blessings to you as well. Who else? Who else? JJ Lewis, what's going on? Nelsie, hey. So guys, take care. And for those of you who have not yet shared, we want to encourage you to please go ahead and do so. All right, night, Della. All right. Yeah, and we're hoping that you'll have a restful one. Okay, so take care of yourselves and your family. Again, for someone who have not yet shared, we want to encourage you to please go ahead and share the business. All right, the silent viewers will never say anything, but you're always there. One share from you is all that matters. We get a share from you. We do not need to know who you are. Just one share, and we'll appreciate that as well. So let's all remember to take care, Zaka, of ourselves. Let's take care of our family. Let's take care of our loved ones. Life is short. Let's make the best out of it. Take care. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, ja, no. Take care, guys, and don't forget, the Communal Cooperative Credit Union Group Health and Life Plan is really the talk of the day. And so if you're thinking about good, solid insurance coverage, then it has to be that. Call them or visit the office, talk to them about it, and you will not regret. We'll have more to tell you about that too in the coming days and weeks. Take care of yourselves again, guys and gals, or ladies and gentlemen, and we shall touch base again. Be good. Good night.